Arthritis and joint pain. Top 10 foods to avoid. In this video, we'll discuss some of the worst foods for people with arthritis and joint pain, as well as some dietary tips that can help improve joint health. First of all, what is arthritis? Arthritis is a disease that causes the joints to become swollen and stiff. Even though there is no one diet that can fix arthritis, there are some things that can make the pain worse and make the body more inflamed. If you have arthritis, you might want to avoid these 10 things. Sugar. Consuming high amounts of sugar can increase inflammation in the body and worsen arthritis symptoms. When we consume sugary foods or drinks, our body releases insulin to regulate blood sugar levels. Over time, consistently high insulin levels can cause inflammation in the body. Additionally, consuming too much sugar can lead to weight gain, which can put extra stress on the joints and exacerbate arthritis symptoms. Therefore, it is recommended to limit or avoid sugary foods and drinks if you have arthritis. Instead, focus on incorporating whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins into your diet. Fried foods. Arthritis pain can be exacerbated by the inflammation caused by eating fried meals, which might be heavy in harmful fats. High heat processing of oils results in the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which are known to exacerbate inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. In addition, the bad fats in fried meals might cause you to gain weight, which can aggravate your arthritis symptoms. Fried foods can aggravate arthritic symptoms, so it's best to minimize or avoid them. Bake, roast, grill, or steam your meal instead to keep the nutrients and flavor intact. Processed meals. Artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and other chemicals have all been linked to increased inflammation in the body and, by extension, a worsening of arthritic symptoms. In addition to contributing to weight gain and joint discomfort, the excessive salt and unhealthy fat content of many processed meals is another problem. Furthermore, important nutrients for joint health, such as antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, are often lacking in processed foods. Those who suffer from arthritis should thus cut back on or completely abstain from eating processed foods. Instead, you should focus on eating healthy meals like fresh produce, whole grains, and lean meats. These foods are high in anti-inflammatory substances and beneficial to joint health. Red meat. Arthritis pain may be exacerbated by the consumption of red meat due to its potential high saturated fat content. The consumption of saturated fats has been linked to an increase in joint inflammation and discomfort through stimulating the body's creation of pro-inflammatory chemicals. Also, the autoimmune form of arthritis known as rheumatoid arthritis is associated with a higher intake of red meat. As a result, those who suffer from arthritis should cut back on their red meat intake. Eat more fish, poultry, and lentils to have your protein needs met. Omega-3 fatty acids and other anti-inflammatory elements are abundant in these proteins, making them useful for lowering systemic inflammation. Dairy products. Milk's protein content may be to blame for how dairy products make certain arthritis sufferers feel. Some people may experience an inflammatory response to the casein and whey proteins contained in dairy products. In addition, the saturated fat content of some dairy products might be high enough to promote systemic inflammation. Not everyone with arthritis will experience a negative reaction to dairy, and some may even find that eating dairy reduces their arthritis symptoms. You should thus pay attention to how your body reacts to dairy and consult a healthcare practitioner to decide if you should include dairy in your diet. Choose low or non-fat dairy products if you eat them, and add in other calcium-rich foods like dark greens, almonds, and fortified cereals and juices. Gluten. Gluten can cause inflammation in the body, which can exacerbate arthritis symptoms for certain people. People with celiac disease or non-celiac gluten sensitivity are allergic to gluten, a protein present in wheat, barley, and rye. Joint inflammation, brought on by this immunological reaction, can exacerbate arthritis's painful symptoms. Further research is required to confirm a link between gluten and rheumatoid arthritis, which has been suggested by some studies. Therefore, it is recommended to consult a healthcare professional if you have arthritis and think gluten may be a contributing factor in your symptoms. If you opt to avoid gluten, you should eat plenty of other healthy foods like fruits, veggies, and gluten-free whole grains to make up for what you're missing. Alcohol. Moderate alcohol use is likely safe for those with arthritis, although heavy drinking has been linked to a worsening of arthritis symptoms. Joint pain and stiffness can be made worse by the dehydration brought on by excessive alcohol intake. Furthermore, alcohol can reduce the efficacy of arthritis medications like methotrexate. In addition, Excess weight gain due to alcohol use places additional stress on the joints and exacerbates arthritic symptoms. Therefore, 1 drink per day for women and 2 drinks per day for men is considered moderate alcohol consumption. If you are on arthritis medication, it is extremely crucial that you discuss your alcohol use with your doctor. Sweetened carbonated beverages. Arthritis sufferers should be especially wary of consuming sugary drinks like soda since they can worsen inflammation and joint discomfort and stiffness. Weight gain brought on by drinking these sugary beverages can be hard on the joints. In addition, drinking sugary beverages can induce a rapid rise and subsequent fall in blood sugar, both of which have been linked to systemic inflammation. The high fructose corn syrup included in some of these beverages has also been related to an inflammatory response in the body. Soda and other sugary beverages should be avoided or consumed in moderation if you have arthritis. If you're looking to keep hydrated and maintain joint health, it's best to stick to water or unsweetened liquids like herbal tea or flavored sparkling water. Salt. High sodium intake has been linked to increased inflammation and subsequent worsening of arthritis symptoms. Joint swelling, discomfort, and stiffness are all made worse by the fact that salt causes water retention. In addition, research has found that those who consume a lot of salt are more likely to develop rheumatoid arthritis. Therefore, those who suffer from arthritis should watch their salt intake. For best health, the American Heart Association advises taking fewer than 1,500 milligrams of salt per day, and no more than 2,300 milligrams per day. To cut down on your salt consumption, consider seasoning your food with herbs and spices rather of salt, shopping for low-sodium choices, and avoiding processed foods that are high in salt. Plants of the nightshade family. Some persons with arthritis may have increased inflammation as a result of consuming nightshade foods including tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, and eggplants, which contain a group of substances called solanine alkaloids. The data linking nightshade foods to arthritis, however, is scant and contradictory. Avoiding nightshade foods may alleviate arthritic symptoms for some people, but this is not the case for everyone. Therefore, it is advised to monitor one's own physiological reaction to nightshade vegetables and consult one's doctor before deciding whether or not to incorporate them into one's diet. Remove nightshade veggies from your diet at your own risk. Just make sure you're receiving enough of all the other nutrients you need. It's worth noting that every person with arthritis is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. It's important to pay attention to your body's response to different foods and to work with a healthcare professional to develop an individualized nutrition plan that works for you. Alcohol. Moderate alcohol use is likely safe for those with arthritis, although heavy drinking has been linked to a worsening of arthritis symptoms. Joint pain and stiffness can be made worse by the dehydration brought on by excessive alcohol intake. Furthermore, alcohol can reduce the efficacy of arthritis medications like methotrexate. In addition, excess weight gain due to alcohol use places additional stress on the joints and exacerbates arthritic symptoms. Therefore, 1 drink per day for women and 2 drinks per day for men is considered moderate alcohol consumption. If you are on arthritis medication, it is extremely crucial that you discuss your alcohol use with your doctor. If you appreciated the video, click the subscribe button. Leave a comment below. Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. And like, share, and subscribe for more awesome content.